All right, well, today we're in Flanders, South Dakota at the Royal River Casino. And usually, anybody that's ever watched our show knows that Teri always opens up.
And I do all the talking, too.
But the reason why is because usually I don't remember the guest names, even though they just... But I remember Vicki Lawrence because you're like an icon. Yeah, good for me. So that's why I get to open it up, because I know your name.
You know what? And you must be really special in Todd's world.
Yes.
You must be special in Todd's world, because before we came in, he put gum in his mouth. He wanted to freshen up his breath for you.
Oh. I even made sure my socks were on the right way, too.
He wore black socks to match his black shoes.
I know, you got your Johnny Cash look on.
Yeah, he does. What do you think of South Dakota so far?
It's, here we are out in the cornfields, huh?
You notice that?
Yeah, we're out here. We are way out and about.
Yes.
Out and about, literally. Do you get out to South Dakota often?
We were in Watertown, I think, last year. Yeah, so...
But you don't come out to do a lot of hunting.
My dad, welcome hunters. Welcome hunters. My dad was born very near here, Pierre, South Dakota. Yeah.
See, now I know you're lying because you pronounced it right. Everybody says Pierre, but you know it's Pierre.
No, we know Pierre. Pierre. Yeah.
Well, that is great. So you guys are going to do a show tonight here at Royal River Casino.
That's the rumor. That is the rumor.
So you have been a very busy girl, you know. I mean, just kind of give the viewers a kind of overview of what you've done in your life. I mean, you started with the Carol Burnett show back in the 70s, right?
Don't you all know this?
Right. Sure, I mean, but it's just nice to put it all in a nutshell, because you have done so much.
Uh-huh. I have been very busy, very lucky.
That's right. So you went from Carol Burnett.
I did.
To,
to Mama's Family.
Make her say it.
Win, Lose, or Draw. Did you remember that one?
And you've did appearances on Roseanne, Home Improvement.
Yes.
My favorite...
Talk show. I had a talk show.
I was going to say my favorite was Vicki.
Mine too. But, you know, I worked for the wrong company, but that's the way that goes.
Right.
You lasted longer than most, though. Come on.
We were all having fun. Apparently they weren't. I don't know.
Well, I thought it was great.
It was fun. It was really fun.
You know, you got the personality and the brains. Mm-hmm. And I think that has helped contribute to your success over the years, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Personality and brains. You forgot looks. And now I've been on the road for a number of years doing this show. And I am also Hannah Montana's grandma.
Right.
That's what the next thing that I was going to bring up.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's huge. I mean, my daughter is 5, and everything that she breathes is Hannah Montana.
I know.
Literally. And, you know, she watches the show. I have not watched it. I'm not a TV person,
cute.
believe it or not.
It's very cute.
I don't even watch myself.
She's on TV, but she's never seen TV.
It's very fun. It's a very fun group. It's a lot of fun to do. She's adorable. Great family. Billy Ray seems like a great dad, and very close family. And, and just totally popular. Whole new bunch of fans that I didn't know that I had. I totally took that job on a whim. I was doing a Thelma and Louise trip with my daughter from L.A. back up into Montana, where she's getting her Ph.D. And we were in Utah somewhere, and my agent called and said, there's a new show coming on the Disney Channel called Hannah Montana, and they want to know if you'll play the grandma. And I said, well, I'm headed to Montana. And our dog's name is Hannah, so I think I must do it. I just totally did it on a whim.
All right, you ask a question while I read my notes. Quick.
Okay. She writes them on a napkin, so again, you should be honored. You're real stationary.
Fan from what, Todd?
Fan from what?
Well, you said you knew my name.
Yes.
Just not from the lineup or something.
Everything you said. Of course, Carol Burnett. Mm-hmm. Okay, I grew up Saturday night. That's what I did. I watched Carol Burnett.
Older than he looks.
Who, Todd?
How old do we think I am?
I don't know. I just...
72.
That's a good question.
A lot of people... How old do I?
I know.
I'm 72.
39.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good. I like that better. But Win, Lose, or Draw. What a great show that was.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That had to been... Talk about getting paid for having fun. I mean,
yes, very fun.
Yeah.
One of the first female game show hosts.
Yeah.
Which was pretty hysterical because they couldn't figure out how to dress me.
Really?
They at the beginning it was use your own wardrobe.
As mama or yourself or what?
No, I'd come in a skirt and a top and they'd go, this is a great look for you. And then the next day I'd come in leather pants and a sweater and they'd go, oh, this is a great look for you. And then they ultimately decided I needed to be in a suit because I needed to look like a game show host. And I said, but there haven't been any women game show hosts. And, here I am in my suit looking like Newsbreak from Washington, and Richard Simmons is sitting on the sofa in his dolphin shorts. So it's like, it was hysterical. We argued over the wardrobe constantly.
That's funny. They made you wear the suit.
My bosses were, Bert Convy and Burt Reynolds.
Right.
And
that sounds fun.
I think I need to have a meeting with the bosses.
Speaking of game shows, I've heard that you do impressions.
No, not so much anymore. I used to do a great impersonation of Ann Robinson from The Weakest Link, but that show's not on anymore.
But can you do it anyway?
And then I was thinking I would do Sarah Palin, but somebody is doing her so well that I dare not. I dare not. You can't top Tina Fey, can you? Pretty funny.
Do your best Weakest Link impression.
Well, you need the glasses and everything.
Oh.
The Weakest Link. Goodbye. You remember her.
Yeah, of course I remember her.
What happened to her?
Now,
She took all her money and went back to England. That's what happened.
Now, I would say, you have done so much over your 30-some year span career. What was it like working with Tim Conway?
Well, I always say you don't really work with Tim, you work near him. He's always the one back in the corner building something with the prop man or rewriting all of his lines, and you don't hear them until you're on the air. And so you kind of work near him, and you just kind of wait to see what's going to happen.
That had to be interesting. What's your favorite memory of working with him?
Oh, gosh. There are just... I don't know.
Well, tell us like an
embarrassing
something
story.
we didn't see on behind the scenes story with you or Harvey Korman or something.
I think the reason people love the Carol Burnett show is because you did see it.
Okay.
So I think that's why everybody loves the Carol Burnett show, because we did it like a live show, and we just never stopped on that show. It really was like live, and very little editing, and everything went on the air. So
Sounds very familiar.
Everybody loves it so much.
Hard to edit. I don't like to edit.
Yeah, and nowadays all the suits come down, and they want you to redo everything and make everything perfect, and everybody shoots all night, and it's all perfect supposedly, but it just doesn't have that.
Even reality shows, I know they retake Walking Through the Doorway 7 or 8 times.
I love that people think that's reality. That there's no director and writers and cameramen there, and
Right.
Oh God, don't get me started.
All right, so tell us about the two. Is it called the 2-Woman Show that we're going to see
Vicki
tonight?
Lawrence and Mama, a 2-woman show.
Okay,
Yes.
Tell us about that show. You've been doing it for a while.
Yes, been doing it for. We put it together actually on the heels of the very first huge Burnett reunion. And I think we all knew that the show would be a big hit, but we had no idea that the appetite for anything Burnett was that enormous. And I knew that Harvey and Tim had been out on the road having a lot of success, and I just decided maybe it was time to go out and try that and get out and see the fans in the middle of America. So we literally pushed the furniture back in the living room, put the show together there, and opened in Vegas. Wow. And I was a nervous wreck. I said, aren't you supposed to open it in some little town like Ontario or something?
Or somewhere in South Dakota?
Vegas, baby. And I was a wreck. I was the most nervous I think I've ever been, was that night to get on a stage in Vegas all alone and think, gosh, I hope everything that I find funny, everybody else thinks is funny as well. And you just wonder. You walk out there and you go, oh, Lord, please, I hope I'm right.
Right. And that's interesting that you say that, because that was on my list of questions too, was with everything that you've done, is there anything that you do now that you still get nervous doing?
Well, when I first started doing this show, I got a little nervous. But I quickly learned that you're not really alone on stage. You go on a journey with your audience every night, and every audience is different. And they're totally
if you are alone on stage, that's when you have problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have wonderful fans, and we have a blast every time I do the show.
Well, we're going to be out there tonight watching you, and I'm looking really forward to it.
Not even when I screw up, my fans are there for me. They love that.
I was going to say that's when they laugh the hardest, isn't it? Exactly. Yeah. That adds to the charm, and it's nice to that you're a real person, and you're going to screw up.
Oh, Vicki, you forgot your underwear.
Oh, I don't think you'd want to do that on stage.
I did one night. Mama came out with her dress up in the back of her.
Oh, no.
In her nylons?
Oh, gosh. And I didn't even notice it until, I don't know, I was pretty well into Mama when I noticed it, and I went, oh, my God. But, everybody loves it.
You thought, wow, this is a great crowd. They're laughing at everything.
Yeah.
And they probably thought you planned it.
No, I don't know. Oh, Lord. I don't know. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, you don't. So anyway, well, I think that about wraps it up.
You notice that I'm just kind of the mic stand?
That is so not true. That is so not true. Did you see me push a mute button on him? I mean, did I say, Todd, you can't talk? Did I?
No, you didn't.
Oh. Right. No. So stop.
I'll edit that part out. No, but thanks for talking to us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
We got to thank Flandreau, the Royal River Casino, for bringing her here, because people got to know that we don't get a lot of celebrities around here, and it wasn't for this casino, they'd be stuck with her and me all the time. So.
That's right. So make sure that you support Flandreau and the Royal River Casino, and go to their website and check out their upcoming events.